What is going on, guys? Jim Gaming here, and welcome back to an Indian side. We're going to be playing a game called The Initiated, or The Initiate, sorry, let me get that right. The Initiate, and it is a game made by Deceptive Games, and they are a Welsh producing group, and they are Welsh like me, and I am proud to say that we are Welsh together. Anyway, it's a game where you wake up beside a bed, weirdly enough. There's a fucking double bed there, and you're kind of like on the floor. And a voice comes over the comms, and it says, you're stuck, you need to get out. I'm not going to help you. There's clues everywhere around this house. And for you to get out, you've got to solve the clues and progress through the rooms in the house. So immediately when I started this game, I was having a look around, just getting used to the controls, just seeing what everything does. You can interact with almost anything in the game, which is kind of cool. You'll get clues off the items that are left. You'll get notes to read. When you read the notes, obviously, they kind of try to nudge you toward advancement in the game. Yeah, so the main thing when I first started playing the game was the detail, and the actual graphics for the game are absolutely outstanding for an indie game. So well done to them for that. It feels like you're playing a AAA game really, but it's an indie game, just remember that. So a lot of work's gone into the actual design and the looks for this game. It runs smoothly enough that I can walk around and, you know, have a look around, punch in keys into the buttons dent in when you press them. It's a very smooth, impressive looking game, so thumbs up for that. So after I had a bit of a mooch on the game and got used to the controls and the layouts and how everything works, I started having a look to see what I could interact with. Obviously you can basically look and examine at every item that's in the game near enough. Check the settee, you can check the glass, you can check the shoes, you can turn the pictures. In this particular puzzle, it's about the pictures, which is the key. So what we have to do is find the key code to leave the room. I did try and guess a few times because that's what type of person I am. If I play a game like this, I think, I'm clever, I'll guess it straight away. Never happened. So obviously I'm investigating things here now, thinking, right, what the fuck am I doing? So these pictures on the wall, you have to get them in the correct stance, but there's clues littered all over the room. So when I said clues, I meant like this one. So now I know that picture has to be in that exact same position, like that, to actually unlock the door or give me some sort of, you know, key towards leaving the room. So I try and organise the pictures to see how they work out. That's what you've got to look for in these games. Every small little detail will give you a clue into moving on to next, and then you go into the next room, it'll be something totally different. So obviously they make the first room quite easy for you to move around and like explore properly, because they don't want to drown you out in the puzzle game straight away, because if it gets too hard, you're not gonna want to play it. But they did a real good job. They kept me here for 20 minutes, and I'm not an idiot, I don't think, anyway. After playing around with some of the furniture, I actually came up to the note that gave me the last 2 digits of the key code to leave the room. And I was thinking, gosh, it took me that long to get the last 2 digits. How am I going to get the first 2 digits? Because it's a 4-digit key code. And then myself, using my brain as I am, I'm like, right, I know I can interact with everything. What is there in here that I can get the first 2 numbers of? There's books on the shelves. Should I use the volumes of the books to try? So I start trying like random numbers. Doesn't work. I'm thinking, right, the books are on the shelves like I just said then. There's got different volumes. What do I try? So I start going over these inanimate objects and I think, right, what's got a number? Should I try and use them for the first 2 numbers? And I come across a shoe size and the penny drops. I'm like, right, it's specifically showing me what size these shoes are. I'm going to try the shoe size and then the 8-6 numbers afterwards. And lo and behold, the access was granted, and that means then the door will unlock and allow me to leave into the next room. So that's my first impressions of these games. If you like the puzzles, exploration of FPS, if you like doing puzzles and exploring properly and how to work out moving into the next area, if you like spending time thinking about things and you don't want to watch guides and think about them properly, then this game is for you. Give it a go. It's got crisp looking graphics, the movement looks brilliant, the actual voice acting looks brilliant. It looks like a AAA game, so dive in, have a look and tell me what you think. It's currently $10.99 on Steam, so give it a go if you think that's a good price for it. I do, and I'm going to try and do a little Let's Play series of this, I think, because I enjoy it that much. The second game on my Indian site is Beat Corp. It's like a 16-bit 1980s cop mini movie slash game where you feel like you're Starsky or Hutch or Eddie Murphy from Beverly Hills, and you're sat in the brief room with your first day of work because there's been a big scandal at the governor's house and these jewels have gone missing. You've been demoted from detective back to like the beat cop, and then you've got your co-colleagues giving you banter, but really you go home and smash each and every one of their wives. So I don't know why they're getting cheeky for. But this game, I played it for about 3 hours and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. There was a lot of things to do in it, which I'll show you in a second, and there's a lot of dialogue in it as well. For what it is, it kind of grasped me a lot, and I thought, wow, this is brilliant. It's just like the 80s / early 90s cop movies or TV series that you used to enjoy and think, fucking hell, I wish I could be a cop. And this game is kind of based on that. What's awesome about this game, you kind of do what every beat cop would do in their day-to-day life. You go over and put out like parking tickets, you can do a parking ticket, you can also do like tyres and any other things. You can write the tickets out and check the plates, check the lights, and then you can issue the ticket, which is quite class really. You got to be careful that you don't falsely issue the tickets, otherwise you'll lose influence with the police force. There's 3 types of influence. You've got like the gangs, you've got the ones with the mafia, and then you've got ones with the police and the people. So you've got to kind of like keep everybody happy whilst looking after yourself. You don't have to do all the actual assignments throughout the day because there's quite a lot that come up. There's like robberies, there's people parking up, there's people in the shops. You can go into the shops, you can arrest people like this now, and you got to get close to them, double click to run and whack your handcuffs on them, which is kind of smart. Then you got to phone up the patrol car to come and take him down to the nick. So it's quite interesting. I enjoyed it, really did. And I thought, you know, this is a game that can actually, you know, you can lay back and play it and enjoy the dialogues, enjoy the quest lines in the game. So if you want to just de-stress and you want to play a game that's not going to actually like piss you off after a long day's work or whatever, this game is in consideration for that. Every day that goes by in Beat Cop, it's kind of like another episode. So just imagine yourself like being into a TV series, but you're playing through it in a game. Things just happen in the street that you get called into, or they can happen in front of your eyes, and you can decide whether you want to act on that or not act on it. But you've got to be careful, because if you lower yourself with influences, people, then the storyline will adapt to that. So you kind of need to try and keep either one person really strongly happy, or try and keep them all happy at the same time, which is kind of hard because you've got the gangs that are against the mafia, and then you've got the mafia that are in the police with the police, and it's a lot going on. But like, you know, the quests are pretty interesting. There's murders, there's theft, there's assaults. You can do mini quests. That means that you got to take some merchandise from one gaff to another. You can do some quests for the actual gangs. You can do some quests for the mafia, or you can just be a beat cop if you want to. And every day you get a list of jobs to do from your sergeant. They're your primaries. You kind of need to get them done if you want to get cash. You've got like a little loan or some sort of alimony or whatever they call it, payment for your ex-wife that you have to pay. So it's kind of like a business management police game, which is an interesting way of looking at it. So if you want to make some money, you can let the mafia get on with what they want to do, and you can turn a blind eye, but that'll lower your influence in the police, but obviously it'll make you rich. It's all timed through the day, so about 4 o'clock the day's finished. You get called into jobs into the flats and help people out there, or you can just prank call them. So this game is pretty awesome. So if you want to break from all the competitive games out there, your FPS or your sports games, then something like this will fit you well, where you can just relax, play a game, do what you want really. You can either do the storyline, or you can do whatever you kind of want to do, make your own choices and see how it unfolds. It's currently $11.99 on Steam. I'm sure it was down in price the other day, so just keep an eye out. It might go down in price, but if you can't wait and you like the look of the game, then go out and buy it. It's a relaxing game. You'll enjoy playing it, and you know, it can be worth the money. It can go on for a few hours, like so, and everything that you do is different again. So you know, it's value for money really. Welcome to the third and final game of the episode, and it is a game called Interplanetary. I hope I said that right. It's like a intergalactic strategy game where you are in control of a planet where you have to build and resource on. You can play against the AI or you can play in multiplayer online. I'll be brutally honestly with you now, guys, the tutorial wasn't clear cut enough for me, and I got kind of confused trying to play this game. I got frustrated and I kind of fucked it off. But apart from that, because I'm an idiot, you may enjoy it. What I kind of do this, what I could see from the game, there was a lot of things to do with building up your tech. So you would set things up to tech research, how you'd want to doing the tech tree. If you wanted to go down, obviously concentrate on your weapons or building up your population, or building up towards a new city on your planet, then you could do that, but then you'd have to end the turn. Every tech research costs turns. It could be 13 turns, it could be 5 turns, and then you'd have to do more research again. As the turns end, you spin around the solar system and you may come in contact with the AI planets. Obviously, if you haven't designed any defensive systems or any offensive systems before you reach each other, then you could end up wiping each other out. It's all about who can destroy each other's cities whilst you go around the solar system. It's a big map, and this is like the tech tree I was on about to you. It's just a lot of confusion, really. I should have sat down and gone through the tutorial a lot of times, but the layout of the tutorial wasn't for me. There was words and then mouses, a picture of a mouse in between the words, so the words were getting split up, and I couldn't keep my concentration. To be honest with you, a game like this, if I know what I'm doing, I probably would enjoy. But because the actual tutorial kind of muddled my brain, I thought, fuck it, I'll learn myself by playing it, and then I regretted doing that anyway. There's different tabs at the top right where you can help you build. You can do target mode, you can observe the other enemies' planets. But I can imagine this being a real banger online. If you know what you're doing and you know what techs that you want to, advance with, then this game would be for you. So I'm not going to waffle on too much with this game. The price at the moment is $10.99 on Steam. So if this game is for you, go out and buy it. Tell you what you can do is you can go through this tutorial and let me know how to play it. Maybe go on an online game with me and just show me how to play it, because I think I would enjoy it if I sat down and give it a bit more time, a bit more concentration on learning how to play, because that's what I did. I skipped LTP, which is a big no-no. When you skip tutorials 10 minutes in, you're crying for your fucking mum. That's what I was doing. So then I just got frustrated and kind of bombed the game off. The game looks, pretty clean. It works smoothly. There's not many bugs in the game that I can see of in the beginning. I haven't played it online. I just played it against the AI. So if you fancy picking this game up, let me know how you play it, and I'll probably revisit it again. If you want to see any Let's Plays from any of these 3 games that I've featured today, give us a shout in the box below and let me know. Thanks for watching, guys. This is another Indie Insight by Jim Jam Gaming. If you would like to hit the subscribe button, support my channel, and like the video. I'll see you again.